But at the end of the day, I'm leaving him on the stretcher. And it's just how I feel, man. I don't care.
Fight fans, welcome back.
Mandatory, Lopez. You know what it is now. Let's do it down under.
As the boxing calendar heads into summer, the heat in the lightweight division is starting to intensify.
Haney is still shook.
And two exciting finishers are all set to collide.
He's got a big heart, he throws plenty of punches, he can punch as well. This is a very, very dangerous fight.
A verbose Brooklyn banger looking to cement his position at the top of the tree.
Put him in front of us, we'll beat him. After we beat him, who's next?
Against a fearless Australian challenger who, after years of sacrifice, is ready to take full advantage in the chance of a lifetime.
I promise you I'll train tonight because I want that world title. I'm coming.
Retreat or surrender are in neither man's vocabulary.
You know what? I'm gonna put my foot up your neck, my dude.
Let's get. No. Hey, come on.
I saw it in his eyes. The guy fears me.
Here we present the takeover Teofimo Lopez versus Ferocious George Kambosos Jr.
We'll knock this fool out in less than 3 rounds.
Welcome to a Motivedia presentation.
And it's just to wake him the f up. I'm planning on putting this guy on a stretcher.
He has bad intentions.
Yeah, look, no problem. I'm prepared for whatever way it's got to go. You know what I mean? Is he prepared to be put in a body bag?
Entering the ring as the mandatory challenger to Lopez's IBF crown, George Kambosos Jr. carries an intensity and drive that perfectly endorses his ferocious moniker.
Look at all these other lightweights. Who straight after the fight mentioned his name straight away? Me. I straight away after I beat Lee Soviet. Lopez, let's do it.
Winning a large percentage of his amateur contests, Kambosos was just 19 when he turned pro in his native land 8 years ago.
George Ferocious Kambosos Jr.
Signing with influential promoter Lou DiBella in 2018 opened the door to a stateside base and pathway to world titles.
I think you've worked hard, work even harder, put 110%. Well, I've had to take the hard road. I literally crawl to get to the position I'm in.
I'm with George Ferocious Kambosos Jr. It's taken me 12 long years to get to where I am today, but it's all worth it.
Kambosos has toiled hard for a big opportunity, leaving his comfort zone to wage war in the red-hot gyms of America, sharing a ring for hundreds of sparring rounds with none other than the legendary Manny Pacquiao.
Unbelievable experience, and it definitely has hardened me up to become the fighter that I'm moving towards.
He's a great kid. They say he's really not that well liked in this country. He believes in himself, and he's very cocky and stuff like this. But you know what? If you don't believe in yourself, who the fuck is gonna believe in you? I don't change nothing.
How far do you think he can go?
All the way.
Now, ready to take that experience on to the biggest stage possible, this underdog vows to create a tremor at 135 by upsetting the firm fight favorite.
I don't have no fear of this young kid who's gone and achieved too much too quick.
An Australian battler of proud Greek heritage, Kambosos adopts a Spartan mentality, leaving no stone unturned in preparation for each contest.
I'm a cage lion right now. I can't wait for this fight. This is my time. I'm in my prime. I'm ready to make a huge statement.
And evoking the spirit of some of the great Aussie warriors of years gone by, such as Michael Katsidis, who lit up the U.S. stage with his own brand of blood and guts performances.
Takeover, man. It's time for the new generation to come up, and it was me to lead the way for everybody. It was my moment, this is my time, and I knew that God doesn't make mistakes. I knew it was my moment, this is my time.
In boxing, reaching the top of a division is one thing, but remaining there is an entirely different proposition.
It's very easy, man. I don't know how people make it seem like it's hard. It's an illusion. You know, they say that, oh, it's harder when you get to the top, but it's not. It's easier. All you have to do is the same thing over and over again. But you're getting better at it. Now what I'm trying to do is perfect my craft as much as possible, where I look so invincible that all these 135-pound guys in my division, they're quiet. They don't want to fight Teofimo again.
Recognized by most as the main man in the lightweight class, Teofimo Lopez is fighting with a target on his back.
Teofimo Lopez is the one with the rest of the belts. So that's the main fight that I want to make happen.
I see it in him. He has that speed, he has the power. So one day, when we're at the highest level, we can meet.
Taking care of sanctioning body obligations makes sense for Lopez, who will be seeking to add another statement knockout to his fast-growing resume.
And he's in my way at the moment, and I gotta just knock him. I gotta move him to the side and just keep moving forward to the next guys that everybody wants to see me fight next.
A big headline shot on Triller Fight Club has the potential to open the New Yorker up to a whole new audience as he tries to lure his bitter rivals into battle.
I don't care. I don't think any of these guys will step up to the plate. And if they do, they better be ready. Because I don't fear no man.
If he is to mix with the likes of Garcia, Haney, or Davis, then an impressive display here will only help the undisputed champion's stock rise further.
Can't be a big fight without Teofimo, so I think that I'm champion.
Beating Loma on points late last year not only gained Lopez a handful of belts, but sent a ripple effect through the boxing ecosystem.
Delivering on everything he said he would!
At the end of it, we can't overlook him. I'm not overlooking Kambosos. That's the thing. I'm focused on the bigger picture. However, I have to keep doing what I'm doing.
The title situation may be complex, but Lopez's sizzling displays inside the ropes only serve to enhance his status as must-watch TV.
Oh, what a big shot! Lopez is showing more of what he can do. Great body shot. He has done it! Beautiful shot by Lopez right there. That was as devastating a knockout as you will see.
4 years older than the champion, 27-year-old Kambosos has had 3 more bouts than his opponent. Lopez, however, boasts the stronger names on his record. Height and reach differentials are difficult to discern, and any slight advantages are negligible. But both have the tools to succeed if their strategy is on point.
Now I have more things that I could put into my arsenal, into my style that this guy's not even gonna see.
He's got a glass jaw. I'm telling you now, no one has hit him clean, but I plan on hitting him very clean.
While the champion's higher knockout percentage has been attained in more esteemed company, Kambosos brings a prodigious engine, 19 wins and over 100 professional rounds to the table.
Suppose this is an easy fight for him, but they just brought in a defensive coach. Which one is it? Is it an easy fight?
You're so off.
But you brought in a defensive coach.
Along with his coaches Javier Centeno and Mick Akawi, Kambosos will be formulating a game plan capable of defusing the Lopez time bomb and silencing the vocal father and son combination. Though, as 2020 Trainer of the Year, Lopez Sr. knows a trick or two himself.
Been like 20 seconds without throwing a punch, and then you throw those bull punches. When you throw the jab, touch him with the jab.
I see things that nobody sees, you know what I'm saying? You come out and you fight like that in front of my son gonna take your head off.
I would never lie about my son. If my son sucks, he sucks. And he wouldn't be in this sport.
Unbeaten in 16 contests with 12 knockouts, Lopez Jr. sets up his power shots off the back of a stiff orthodox jab. Dangerous when in finishing mode, Teo is also adept at stepping off and setting traps.
It is a terrific shot. When you're in with a big puncher, John, then they hit you in the body, I know just as much as anyone what it can do to you, and it takes away your soul.
If Kambosos steams forward without applying intelligent pressure, he could find himself quickly walking onto a detonator.
Brooklyn is home, and now Brooklyn has a world champion.
Unlike some of the more placid competitors in the lightweight division, Kambosos will not stand off and let matters play out. He will force the action and drag Lopez into the trenches.
I will say that Kambosos looks like he is supremely conditioned.
He's kept this work rate up the entire fight, has Kambosos Jr.
My hunger, my willpower, the way I train my whole life, for a moment like this is the difference.
Both men can bang. Both men can fight. When one comes forward and threatens to dominate, you can be sure his opponent will be open and willing to trade. At some point, this world-class affair will ignite.
I got that vision, and again, the vision of me knocking this guy out. Pinpoint shot, bang.
But I know that he's gonna come to fight. I'm sure that he's gonna bring his A game. Everyone's overlooking him, so hopefully he goes in there and puts up a good fight.
Headlining after a huge career success is never easy, Teofimo will be under the most pressure to perform. Pre-fight skirmishes and rallying cries from both men has raised the temperature a little more with each passing week.
Man, you are going to be a fucking example of why I'm going to put everybody on their ass. And you know what? I'm going to put my foot up your neck, my dude.
All roads for Ferocious Kambosos have led to this moment. Every early morning run, every sparring session with the Pac-Man, and upheaval in his life will be worth the grind.
The undisputed unified champion of the world, George Kambosos Jr.
He's shown that he is not afraid to throw down on away turf. The Sydney man is ready to turn up the heat on one of Top Rank's prized possessions. And in 12 rounds or less, he can finally fulfill a lifelong dream.
So there really has been no distractions in this camp. You can see it in my eyes, man. I am ready to fight.
One man stands in his way. Teofimo Lopez shook up the lightweight division in October 2020. And as one of the so-called Four Kings, he holds the most viable claim to the lightweight throne.
We still have these other guys that people are putting question marks about who is the true king of the lightweight division. In reality, it shows.
The champion has his eyes on history and the pound-for-pound rankings. It is now time for Teofimo to show that his win over Loma was not just an evening where everything fell into place, but rather it was the start of a bountiful legacy, and that the takeover is now in full effect.
You know something? Revenge is a dish best served cold.
Good day. Are you sure that's enough? If not, there's always the next Motivedia presentation.